If you've ever been told your cooking is too bland, it wasn't me that made it. But if you are being told that and you're afraid to spice things up, fear no more, because the Spice Master
Yes, he is
here. Chef Lior Lev Sercarz of La Boîte is here to show us how to add a little spice or a lot of spice to your life so that your food on the grill tastes delicious.
Yeah, you need spices.
The best.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, he's always hungry, so
Good. We got a lot of food for you.
Okay.
Wonderful. You're my favorite
Just
so far.
for you.
You're my favorite so far.
How can spice really transform food, especially when you're grilling it? Because grilling is high heat.
Yeah, I think we, at La Boîte, we think that everything you eat, drink, spice should be the first thing you think about. You should season, whether it's cold, raw, cooked, grilled, seared, spice should be part of your thought process.
Okay, all
It
right.
elevates it from something that's a 2-dimension to a 3rd dimension and makes the most simple things just incredible.
I like
smells
3D.
good.
I like 3D
you like
foods.
3D cooking?
Absolutely. All right, so you're going to grill with spices today. What's the general rule of thumb? More or less?
More is more and more and more.
Really?
Don't be afraid. Use a lot of spices, use a lot of flavors before, during, and after.
Oh, wow.
People have this idea of just adding a little bit at the end. Plan ahead. Put some spices on your meat, leave it to rest 24 hours, then cook it. Season as you go along, taste it, and then even at the end, a little sprinkle will really take it a long way.
What's interesting, too, is that you may not know spice is not one note. Some spices can have a texture, which you say is important. Why?
Well, first, spice is not heat.
Right.
So heat is heat, spice is
Correct.
spice.
Okay.
That's why a lot of spice is good. And then texture really elevates the game. You bite into something 2-3
Yeah.
minutes afterward, it releases
this-
more
can you see
spices.
this?
Yeah, so it
This is
really,
like-
the coarse black pepper of this Pierre Poivre, I'm sorry.
No,
so
no.
this is going to make this steak really, really delicious with this crust on it and everything.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of spices, great textures.
Okay, so
Okay.
what did you bring for us here today?
So today we're going to start, we have a little bit of tomato salsa.
And by us, I mean me.
That you, yes, this is your menu. We're going to deal with
What
it
am I
later.
going to eat? You have your
We're going to
meal is
have
planned.
our tomato salsa made with some amber spice with ancho and annatto chilies. We have a sour lime, which is a Persian lime and sumac guacamole.
Nice.
Some chips, you got to have those.
Okay.
We're going to have steak with Pierre Poivre and smoked salt that we're going to grill shortly. We have our street corn that's been grilled, brushed with green tahina, shabazi spice, and then some cotija cheese and amber spice.
I'm going to get out of your way.
Lamb skewers with maruna
Keep
spice.
moving.
Let's
Beautiful.
get going.
Okay, can we try your guac and salsa? While
Absolutely, while I cook. So I put the grill on the corn. This is all you. You can
Okay,
share.
thank you.
There's some spoons if you are into it.
Spoons? We don't need any
You
spoons.
don't need spoons.
Yeah.
We're going to heavily season our steak with like a lot of smoked salt. And you see what we talked earlier about pepper.
That is a lot. Can you
That's
hold this
pepper.
up for my
Yeah,
my
you're going to
friends at
lose
home?
some on the grill. You want to make sure that it sticks to the steak really nicely.
Oh, the flavor.
That is adding a 3rd dimension.
That's 3rd dimension. We're going to season on both sides. You know why?
Oh.
Why?
Because you eat both sides.
Because you eat. He's a comedian too. This one.
So we're going to
Oh,
add a
God,
lot
that's
of
good.
pepper, and we're going to really push it in the steak, and on the grill we go.
On the hot grill.
On the hot
Chef,
grill.
I have heard that when you are cooking a protein, you really want to salt it immediately.
Yeah,
Is that...
salt is important. It really develops a lot of the flavors in the meat and the vegetables. So again,
Okay.
we're going to add a little bit of salt. Our
What is this here?
Maruno spice. These are lamb cubes with
Yummy.
red onion, fennel, and a little bit of pepper.
And
So
both sides.
Flip it over.
Because you eat
both sides,
Both
because
sides.
you eat both sides, exactly.
Okay.
And then we're going to put these guys on the grill as well.
All right. I'm
Right
gonna
here.
get into
Try
this.
And
Guac.
what's really important, you know what, an error that's been done a lot, people don't heat up their grill enough. You
Okay.
really want to crank up the grill to get a nice, real good sear.
So right to the top, to the highest.
The highest you can get.
Okay.
Now we have our little corn that was grilled.
You've already
This is
grilled
the
it.
And then
Shabazi
we're going to
street
dip
corn.
it into this beautiful green tahina. So
my
tahina
gosh.
with
Yeah.
shabazi spice.
Let's put it up so they can see this beautiful.
We're going to roll it heavily
What
like
is
that.
that? What is this green tahina? What
Tahina is sesame seeds, so we make a sauce with this sesame seed paste. We add green chilies, lime, garlic to make this sauce, some scallions, some parsley, and here we're going to coat it with some cotija cheese. So a little bit of a Middle Eastern play on the
Sure.
street corn,
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, and tahina
Fantastic.
should be everywhere.
It should. It really should be.
And
I
then we
agree.
got this.
You
We're
can use
gonna
it on
make our
everything.
other one, and we're going to
That's
coat it
it.
just like that.
Wow.
Yeah, just simply like that, and toss it with more cheese.
Your cheese.
Yeah.
I like the blending of all the cultures.
And the thing is that he makes it look easy. My table would be a disaster.
Well, because he's the chef.
It's all about the prep.
Right.
You prep ahead of
You're not.
time.
Very important.
You make sure that you're ready, and then you can spend time just eating and having fun with your family, with your friends.
Beautiful.
I love that.
Yeah. And
For the
then-
love of spices.
For the love of spices and a lot of spices.
And a lot of
You gotta have a
spices.
lot of spices.
Well, that's all getting cooked. We want to thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your delicious, delicious food.
More
with
spice
us.
in your life.
More spice in your life.
Great words to live by. Thank you.
Thank you so much. For more
Thank you.
information on how to add spice to your food and to get the recipes we've seen today, go to laboiteny.com.